So I was going to create a video on time lapses with my 5D Mark III, and it was going to be super cool, and I'd have like a short film intro and everything. But by the time I started shooting, I realized that the 5D Mark III doesn't have a time-lapse function, which is odd because my phone can do time lapses. Granted, it wouldn't be as good as using it on a DSLR, but still, my phone can do time lapses. It should just be a built-in function in cameras now. But no, you have to buy a remote. So I was going to buy the Canon remote, but then I realized, and hold up, let me look it up. $133. $133. That's absolutely ludicrous, considering the fact that all the remote does is tell the camera when to snap a photo. It adds so little functionality. The only thing that it does is allow you to do slower shutter speeds, time lapses, and take a photo without touching the camera. That's insane. But luckily enough, there are third-party options, which is actually why I purchased the Pixel TW-283, and this thing is really good for its price. So the TW-283 comes with a remote, a wire to attach to the camera, and a wireless adapter, which is really useful because you can use all the features that the remote has wirelessly. So let's say you're alone in your room and you want to take a portrait of yourself, you can do that without having to resort to the timer, which I have actually done an unnecessary amount of times, and this would have made my life so much easier. It also allows you to get your hands away from the camera even more. So if you don't want to shake it, like you have a really low shutter speed, you can use the wireless adapter so you just can be completely hands off. This is really useful. Going back to the remote though, it has a lot of functions, like the delay shot, long shots, the interval shot, which I would have used for time lapses, and N1, repeat, and N2, which I still haven't really figured out what they specifically do. I think it has something to do with how the timer works, but I'm not entirely sure. Maybe you can figure it out. I don't have a lot of patience for reading, so oh well. So even though this has only been a short overview of the Pixel remote and not super in-depth, I would still just like to draw attention to it because this is good value, not the Canon remote, because this does everything and better for a really affordable price. Now, I'm not necessarily sure if it's going to break down on me in a couple months. If it does, I'll probably make a video saying, oh hey, this broke after this amount of time or something like that. But I still would like to say that this is really, really useful and something I think you should add to your kit if you're a photographer, if maybe only for that wireless transmitter.